Epstein Island. You don't need to change you don't need to change the title.
What? Really?
He's probably there a couple times.
No, but no. I want people to
You want them
not
to what?
to listen, to watch, not thinking no they're gonna watch the Epstein file. They're like, what the hell is clickbait?
And then we don't talk about Epstein.
Yeah, correct.
I don't know. I started by talking about Epstein. I mentioned Hulk Hogan was probably there. Probably taking advantage of some kid in a wheelchair. Who the fuck knows?
Well, We'll wait for the show because
We're already on. Dude.
we're live.
Yeah,
Wait a
dude.
minute. Are we live for real?
Yeah, he
he
played your song.
Oh wow. So
Yeah,
he just.
That's why I sat down as quick as I did.
Yeah, he just see how he did that. So okay. So
I
I won't
watched
wait.
it in real time.
I will not wait to the real. Well, we're here.
Yes, the fuck we are.
So we'll talk about the Epstein Files, but we're
Hulk Hogan, we know where you were.
So we'll talk about Hulk Hogan too.
P. Diddy on Epstein Island. That's what he was doing.
We'll talk about Diddy. Epstein. We got 10 minutes, so we'll talk about Epstein, Diddy,
Hit a slippery leg
Hulk
drop
Hogan,
on some baby oil.
and Trump all in one.
Donald Trump. We're waiting on those Epstein files, man.
Yeah, right. What's up with that? He's
Too many people have too much money.
Well, the thing is, if he wasn't on the files, I mean, why not release him, right?
I agree.
And the thing is,
It's a lot like his tax plan.
yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like his IQ test
Yeah.
from the hospital, right? And he said he said he took a IQ test, was better than Jasmine Crockett, AOC, and he's like, I went to whatever some hospital in New York.
The only thing that I can think of off the top of my head that he kind of somewhat fulfilled his promise is he tried to build the wall. It got started. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, for
It's like
him to say there's a
Crazy
wall,
Horse Mountain.
it's like an invisible wall because.
It's like a kid that cleans his room and put 2 things away out of 50 things that.
Oh
are
yeah,
in
and he
his
says he needs a break every 10 minutes. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I wish I could have a break every 10 minutes.
Golfing.
Fuck at it.
He goes golfing. He could go, he's got golf. And by now he's probably got golf courses all over the world now.
Bro, the amount of time it probably takes to walk to the golf course, bro, that's probably like the 10-minute break you needed right there.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because you gotta get the putters ready. You gotta get the golf cart out. You gotta walk to the golf course. You gotta walk to all the holes.
Now he could take his time because, if he's in Washington, D.C., now he just federalized the whole entire city.
Okay.
So the military's under him. Now he can just shoot him.
I mean, I don't see what's so different.
Like a pompous Caesar dictator he may be wanting to be.
He said, "Et tu, Brute."
So he should
probably every time he's giving a speech.
But I mean, back to the Epstein files. Didn't he campaign on releasing the files?
Who, Trump?
Yeah. Did he not?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Didn't he campaign that he would release the files? Okay, so why he campaigns his constituents, and that's the reason why some of the Republicans are fighting each other. They're infighting. They're infighting like me or right. you because these files are they have damaging evidence.
It's going to be damaging for a lot of people.
Absolutely. He's not the only one. I mean,
well, it's going to be damaging for both parties.
Absolutely. There's I mean,
parties.
There was a lot of people on these islands.
A lot of people that are probably going to be damaged by that. Dude.
He said that there's no the funny thing is though, the caveat behind this is that he said that there's no files, right? Yet he said Clinton is on those files. So how the hell does he know if Clinton's on those files if
show me
he didn't if they don't exist?
Well, all I'm saying is show me.
Well, here's the thing too. With them, and I think a lot of people forgot about this. When the FBI went and investigated Epstein Island, they only mentioned it one time on the news that Jeff Epstein owned 2 other islands adjacent to that island, and they said there was no need to look at those islands.
And they're saying that somebody's running that island. That somebody's actively living on that island.
Dana White.
You know, there's somebody. There's a male that lives. I don't know if he's a caregiver, caretaker, whatever,
He just lives by himself.
Groundskeeper.
or housekeeper. But there's somebody on the island keeping it. You know what I'm saying?
Groundskeepers.
Groundskeeper or groundskeeper. You never know. Let's just say this guy never.
Life, man. He's
Let's just
chilling
say
in the mansion.
this guy never died, right? And they just whisked him out and say, let me live my life out on my island by myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Who knows if he died?
He owns three islands.
He's
And
chilling.
you have-
He's chilling with Tupac, and he was watching fights from the UFC during COVID.
He may be on the other island until all this stuff cools down.
What island would he be on though?
Well,
He owns three.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right, and if
And he owns property around the world too.
Right. So he could be anywhere.
Wonder how much. I'm never gonna find.
And
out
thing is,
about
too,
his life, but
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to fly public.
how much money is an island?
If he had a private island, right, or a couple private islands,
Right.
a couple private villas around the world.
Bro.
Let's say he didn't have that many, but let's say he did have enough, right?
Right.
You have to know he's got access to, flights. He can get on a plane in and out quick. Special clearances. He could easily pay world governments to get him a fake.
And out to beat that meat like he's on the West Coast.
I mean, he can
Did there, Ruben?
he could literally pay to change his identity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, remember, he was already arrested. He was on time, and he had to have known he was going to get arrested. So maybe he changed his identity. When he goes in, fakes his death, he disappears.
Who knows?
There's people out there who've disappeared before.
Yeah, look at the guys that escaped from Alcatraz.
Yep.
They say they died. They died in the water. They got hypothermia.
There's arguments for both. You know what I mean?
There's strong arguments for.
Agatha Christie did it for about 2 weeks.
Who's Agatha? What?
She's an author from the 30s that got cheated on.
Okay.
See, my wife likes to watch a lot of those unsolved murder mysteries. Probably because she's trying to figure out how to bury me in my backyard.
Abby's trying to collect insurance.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know these days.
She got cheated on, disappeared from 2 weeks, and then filed for divorce. And they found her at a spa, just chilling.
Yeah.
Just ran away for a spa and a massage.
I will not. I would not say. Well, this was many years ago, but I got on a plane and went to Miami for a good weekend and didn't tell nobody.
Ain't nothing wrong with
The only person I knew was my mom
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
and my sister.
Shit.
This,
He's just gonna come out and start naming people who knew.
this person, no. Well, there was only two.
Then he loses fingers. He starts counting on his toes.
Only two people knew that I was in Miami.
Nothing's wrong with that, bro.
And sometimes you just need to escape. You know.
Sometimes you just gotta get away to a point where everybody's like, "Where the fuck is Ralph, bro?"
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even go on Facebook just because I don't even want. There's so much, Facebook is evil at times.
I don't pay attention to it. I'll scroll through it. I'll click on a post that'll interest me, but I don't pay attention to it.
Today
I can't do it.
I came out and I'm like, you know what? Let me post something, and some of the people were like, no, yeah, no. And in another post, I seen the George.
Plus,
Floyd.
I got so much shit to do that if I'm on it for 2 minutes.
Well, listen,
right before I drive somewhere, some shit like that.
What is the main time that we're on Facebook? It's when we're taking dumps.
Yo.
So if we're on I'm scrolling quick, right?
Yeah.
And you see, one of your Facebook friends who post something about George Floyd, and that the woke culture is disappearing, and I'm like, the woke culture is not disappearing. The woke culture doesn't exist.
It's all in your head, bro.
Exactly. Woke doesn't exist because woke is a label that they give you when you inform people of fact and truth. They're
Yep.
like, oh my God, he's woke. So
Yep.
it's
Nah,
when
man,
it's
he's
when people
informed.
it's when people are too well informed, too educated.
Yep.
They call you woke, and they call you you're woke. That means it's
Then they start saying crazy shit to people.
he's a conspiracy theorist. He's got his information.
Well, that was the meaning of it, but then they came in and switched it around.
Well, woke was to be aware of racism.
Well, remember
Back then.
right?
Now, since
But
the 2020s started, right? In the 20s, it's
The script is flipped.
the
on the word.
society
Right.
Yep.
that
But how
the
many
people
words?
who hate minority and minority sympathizers,
They're woke now.
they're woke because we are educating people on the truths, so we're considered woke. And I'm like, well, woke is not a thing. Woke is just something you guys are calling us.
Right.
Just because I educate somebody about Columbus doesn't mean I'm woke. It means that I'm well informed and I'm informing you of the actual truth that the damn guy is a fictional character.
Well, think of how many.
You know?
Well, think of how many things
Real person living a fake life.
they people like that have flipped the script.
Christopher Columbus would be great on Instagram.
Like the
I've
word.
seen the AI and
Oh, he could fool you doing a lot of shit.
I seen the AI and I don't know if there was how they Christopher Columbus is 2025.
Was
Right.
it
Or
AI or
2024.
owl?
And they were like, oh, Christopher Columbus. Oh, dude, hey, bruh, we just made it to lands and we're about to take some natives with us and we're just gonna show them a good time. Let's go. The funny.
Yeah, let's do it.
But
Out here taking
we're
selfies.
we're gonna cut it short. At least we talked about Epstein.
I got to watch your whole show. That was crazy. I never get to do that.
I know it was quick. It was quick and short. Listen,
That's what she said.
like, subscribe, and share. Comment. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to build the show. The
Please do.
platform.
We were talking about people that were hung. Hey you.
We were talking about crazy things. Yeah, we were. Hopefully my
Rufus
video
cracking
doesn't
up
get
in the
flagged.
window.
Hopefully my video doesn't get flagged because of this crazy ass. Catch him on. He's on Hot Takes, so check him out.
I'm about to be on now.
And listen, this is In My Circle. I'm Ralphie Rotten. We're out.
Yes, sir. Deuces. I'll see you in a bit.